Hello dear beloveds, I am just jumping in doing a very impromptu live. I am all pool head sitting in this incredible oasis in Mama Bali called, where are we? I keep forgetting the name. Forgive me, I've forgotten the name again. Gemma and Amy will find that hilarious. But I'm hanging out with the lead mentors, Gemma and Amy, and we're having some time together before the third level retreat starts. On Monday evening, the women are flying in from all over the world right now. We have women coming from the US, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, the UK, really an island, as well as Australia, of course. And it is truly a global sisterhood, and it is such a privilege to be waiting here for them. Not the least of which because this environment that I'm in is so beautiful. Amy brought us here. I'll show you where I'm sitting right now. You can see there's just the most incredible place, the river down there. And in fact, if you look at my Instagram stories, you'll see that Gemma and Amy and I are actually in a pod hanging over the river. And I've just left them for a few minutes to come and hang out with you all because something has been coming up for me, and you know how I get when something's coming up for me. I really want to share with you what I'm feeling, and right now I really want to talk about dualism and non-dualism, just a light topic on your Saturday afternoon, and it's really, you know, an important subject for me to talk about because the path of the contemporary new paradigm priestess of the third level and all the work of the Institute is based on the path of non-dualism. The mind of God is one, and we are one with the mind of God. And there is no compromise in that. We are asleep in God's arms, dreaming of exile, but perfectly capable of awakening to truth. So says A Course in Miracles. And that is my work, that is my purpose, that is my life, is to demonstrate that in all of my devotion, my faith, my teaching, my leadership. And to any time I enter into dualism, the dream of dualism, then I have forgotten the truth of what I am. And what does this mean in practical terms? So if we are understanding what A Course in Miracles tells us when it says we are asleep in God's arms dreaming of exile but perfectly capable of awakening, is that we have never left the oneness that is our truth. There is only one of us here. You'll have heard me say that many, many times. And we are all returning to that truth of unified consciousness. There is only consciousness, and everything that we inhabit, no matter how beautiful, this spectacular environment, you know, good, bad, or indifferent, it is a projection of our consciousness that is here to serve our awakening, or it's manifesting in order to awaken us to the truth and to arouse us or shake us out of the dream. So for me, it's really important that when discussions that enter into that terrain of dualism start to come up, that I am very quick not to engage with them. What's another way of saying that? Well, let's imagine that there is a radio in front of you, and you can tune into any station on that radio. You can listen to any kind of music or, you know, talk show or news, whatever you want. You have absolute free will what you tune into. But the radio and all the frequencies that you're tuning into are simply a projection of your imagination, of your consciousness playing itself out. The sounds that you're hearing, everything that you're tuning into is actually part of the collective and individual imagination. So it doesn't really matter if you tune in from country and western to classical to news to talk radio, you are still only tuning into the dream. And ultimately, our task as spiritual seekers is to awaken to the truth that not only is there no radio, there is only one frequency, and that frequency is love or oneness, not human love, but agape, the unindividuated love that is all-pervasive and all-powerful and actually completely emotion neutral. And that is what we're striving to return to, is that unified consciousness. So we're not playing around with just tuning into different stations. What we understand about the human experience is that every possibility exists. If you've dreamt it, if you've thought about it, if you've felt it, if you've imagined it, it's happened in the world. Everything exists in the dream. Anything can happen in the dream. And mostly what is happening is us meeting our unmet subconscious fears in someone else or a life event so that we can awaken to the truth. But we don't realize that. We think that what's happening is that we are somehow impartially receiving an objective reality, and that's not true at all. Everything is serving our awakening. It's a benevolent dream, and it's a necessary dream, but nonetheless it is a dream. And this can cause a lot of grief for people, especially if they're invested in the idea that meaning is made out of the dream. The purpose of the dream is to show us where we are in fear and therefore have forgotten our oneness with God, and to awaken us to the truth of what we are. And that is the power and the purpose of all of our lives, and we will all come home to that truth eventually. But you understand why we might grieve for a time as we let go of the idea that everything in the dream is simply an aspect of ourselves. Everything is an aspect of us. It's not separate from us. So our love that we have for others, our hate that we have for others, it is all part of the play and interplay of one unified consciousness. And we are all leading each other home, as Ram Dass says. So our task now is to not just aim to tune into a higher frequency radio station, but to tune into the only frequency, which is oneness, which is God, which is infinite, unlimited consciousness. And in that place of non-dualism, there is only love. And we cannot be harmed when we... Sorry, just got a call. We cannot be harmed when we keep returning ourselves to that truth of non-dualism. So if you find yourself going into fear, if you find yourself moving into doubt, if you find yourself believing in things of the dream, of the nightmare of reality, then your spiritual seeking is needing to be checked, and you need to return to that truth of oneness. We are all one in the mind of God. We are one with God. We are asleep in God's arms, dreaming of exile, but perfectly capable of awakening. Amy's in a basket hanging over the river with some ice cream for me. So I'm going to leave you here, my dear ones. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be sharing more. I'll show you a little bit more of where I am, because it is so divine. Maybe I'll walk you down there with me. I don't have my gimbal, so it's going to be a little bit bumpy, but I'm sure you can handle it. We'll walk you down. Don't mind me. All right, I'm getting my gear, get myself ready, showing you this amazing place. We're going to go for a walk together. Now I've talked about non-dualism. I'm going to go find my ice cream and hang out in the river pod and show you around. Leading you down to the lead mentors and I, who are having our team building. Not really doing much, but totally chilling out, which is perfect preparation for a week of intense scaffolding of the baby priestesses. I'm going to remember the name Bridget. I'm going to ask someone called Amy, because I keep forgetting the name. I'm getting it confused with her retreat venue. And we go through the gate here, and in there you'll see there's water buffalo, which at 3 o'clock today they will wash in the river, and you can hop in the river with them. Let's see if I can show you. There we go. All right. They've got my ice cream. They've stolen my ice cream. They have taken my ice cream to the middle, and now they're going to have to pull themselves back in and bring me my ice cream. Bring me my ice cream. How beautiful is that? What's this place called? Bambi Indah. Here they come. Here they come. Oh my goodness, Gemma is not pulling her weight. Literally, Gemma is not pulling her weight. Oh my goodness, do you think I can get in without stopping this live that I'm currently doing? Hi, say hi. They can't wave. Okay, are you all right? I'm hopping in. I'm hopping in, everyone.
And you're like,
and we're going. Woo! Woohoo! Yep, it's still live. Say hi. We got ice cream. Oh, it didn't completely melt. Do you want to say anything about non-dualism? This is team building exercise. You don't have to see it. Amy has just come out of an intense Temple of She, Yoni massage practitioner training, which was incredible. Gemma was her right-hand woman. Then she went straight into the Modern Woman Festival and delivered not one, but 2 incredible workshops. She got 40 women in a circle, pants off, checking out their own yonis on their phones with the camera. It was amazing. This woman will change the freaking world. She says it and everyone goes, okay, I'll take my pants off in a group of women that I've never met before.
That's what we're going to do now in the pod. Ricky just doesn't know it.
Oh, okay, guys, take me back to shore. Take me, I'm pulling the wrong way. That's where we came up. No, I would do it if Amy said so, because she's a queen and I listen to queens. But we are actually having a day to relax before we get ready for the 3rd level retreat. This is just the most sublime place. I recommend you come here and hang out. We're having a wonderful time. We're not sharing the river pod at all. And we don't feel bad about it. We're just embracing it. So I'm going to leave you all here. Thank you so much for letting me talk about non-dualism on my beautiful river pod experience. I'm going to have my ice cream now. Any questions, please let me know. But keep remembering, return to that unified consciousness and you'll find your truth. And I just love you all. Bye.